Shalom and welcome to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. This is Meditation and Mindfulness with Rabbi Adam Kligfeld.
Get yourself into a comfortable position, seated on the floor or in a comfortable chair that both feels good to sit in but is not that comfortable that it's going to put you immediately to sleep. Meditation is a mode where we try to be both relaxed and alert, grounded and serene, and also very focused and very attentive. And what I want to start with is one verse from Psalm 27 that we say throughout the high holiday season because it's going to be the basis of the meditation. So, Psalm 27, towards the middle of the end of the first half of the psalm, after we say that God is my light and my refuge, we say, Ki yitzbeneni b'suko, God shelters me, hides me, in God's sukkah, God's physical and perhaps spiritual shelter, b'yom ra'ah, on the hard days, on the evil days. Yastireni, God protects me on those evil days. The Seiter Olo, in the secret tent of God's presence. Bitsur, and in a very kind of high and inaccessible rock. Yerom Memeni, God lifts me up. There are two images of the divine presence in our lives in this verse. Protection, being safe as a result of your bond with God, result of your spiritual relationship, and also uplifted, lifted high up, exalted, that you somehow become exalted, similar to the very exalted God that you are in relationship with and worshiping. I want to play mostly with the first image and what it means for us to explore the places in our minds and in our psyches where we feel we are in a sukkah, protected, taken care of, held by God and by others. So that's the prompt, and now we'll jump into the meditation. I want to ask you all to close your eyes. Feel that glorious blanket of awareness come over your body. Instantly you are transformed. Instantly you're in the same physical place, but in a different spiritual place. And even your physicality is altered just by drawing attention to your breathing, to the parts of your body that are calling out for you, to being witness to the reunion between body and soul. Be witness in yourself to the reunion between body and soul, between blood and bone and fiber and muscle and tissue, which are absolutes in what it means to be alive. But the reunion of all of that with self, the intangible you, the ethereal you, the psyche, the mind, the neshama, the breath. Have them join one another. You can try to do a 5 count. You take 5 deep breaths in through your nose, and each time exhale really deep through the mouth. You may try to exhale slightly longer than you inhale, which is itself a breath of humility that we take from the world less than what we give back to it. Let's do that luxuriously, slowly. And whether you're still counting, or you stopped counting, or you never counted, just let that rhythm of your breathing continue to be a guide, an anchor. If at any moment you want to let your mind trail away from my voice, which is fine, don't let it go anywhere past your breathing. The thought comes to your mind, and it will. Notice it, release it, and come back to your breathing. Yastireni, Yitzpaneni, God shelters me, God hides me. This Sukkot, in this divine sukkah, the Yom Ra'ah, when days are hard. God shelters me in the great sukkah when days are hard. I want you to use the power of your imagination without its being canceled by your theology, to imagine God holding you in God's sukkah. Just let your mind create that image. Don't ask yourself if it's possible. Don't push against a theology that you might struggle with. Just picture. God shelters me. God holds me. God protects me in God's sukkah on the hard days. You are enveloped in God. A human sukkah is flimsy. It is meant to come down in a strong wind. A divine sukkah is impenetrable, impregnable. Imagine yourself in that sukkah fortress, God's Spirit all around you, nourishing you, revitalizing you, holding you. Don't think it, feel it. Feel perhaps that exquisite feeling that a fetus clearly cannot articulate, but is experiencing nonetheless, of being enclosed, safe, all needs met, protected. God's sukkah is one giant and extraordinary divine womb. That is where you are at this moment. Ki yitzbeneni b'suko b'yom ra'ah. When God hides me away in God's sukkah, then I am well. I am taken care of. And now reverse. Who is it in the world who might experience such comfort, such sense of home and protection in your sukkah? Over whom do you spread your beneficence? Who feels no more comfortable anywhere else than with and by and benefiting from the kindness of your sukkah? And so we are recipients and we are givers. We are shelter enjoyers and shelter providers. We are ones who have hard days and find protection in the Holy One. And we are ones who exemplify the Holy One when we are there for others in their Yom Ra'ah, in their hard day. Ki yitzbeneni b'suko. May God hide me and protect me in God's great sukkah. The Yom Ra'ah. On the hard days. And even easy. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we recite the closing prayer together. We say this 3 times. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. And may we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. May we and all beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May we all be free of suffering in the causes of suffering. May we all experience true happiness that has no taint of suffering. May we live in great equanimity, free from burdening attachment to loved ones and contempt for others, but rather with compassion for all. Namaste and Shalom.
You have been listening to another in our series of podcasts from Temple Beth Am, a dynamic center for conservative Judaism in Los Angeles. If you enjoy these podcasts, we invite you to write a review on the Apple Podcast site or wherever you get your podcasts. For more information about Temple Beth Am Los Angeles, go to tbala.org.